Good morning and good morning to all of you. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths by OP Pandey sir. In this complete CSAT course, we will learn everything from basic to advanced level in a clear, structured and exam-oriented way. If you are preparing for UPSC Prelims, this series will make CSAT your strongest part. We will cover quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning and reading comprehension with easy explanation, smart shortcut and PYQ discussion. So stay focused, keep learning, and let's conquer CSAT together. First question of this video, please see. This is the very basic question. If 16 whole to divide by 3% is added to itself, then number became 490. Find out the initial number. So first of all, change 16 whole to divide by 3% into fraction form. 16 whole to divide by 3% into fraction form. 16 into 3, that is 48. 48 plus 2, that becomes 50. 50 divided by 3 into 1 divided by 100. 51 ja 52 ja, that becomes 1 divided by 6. 6 ratio is the 100% and 1 ratio is 16 whole to divide by 3%. This is 100%. Clear? So according to question, 16 whole to divide by 3% of a number is added to itself, then number becomes 490. So 6 ratio is the original number and 1 ratio is added. So this becomes 7 ratio and according to question this becomes 490. So 1 ratio is 490 divided by 7. This is 70 and this is the original value. So multiply by 70, this is 420. 420 is the correct answer for this question. Next question, please see. Same type question. If 14 whole to divide by 7% of a number is added to itself, then number became 800. Find out the initial number. 14 whole to divide by 7%. Change this value into fraction form. Fraction form of 14 whole to divide by 7% is always 1 divided by 7. 7 ratio is the initial number and 7 ratio is also called original number and 7 ratio is also 100% value. 7 ratio, if 7 ratio is the original number, then 1 ratio is added to itself, then total becomes 8 ratio. And according to question, 8 ratio want to become 800. So 1 ratio is 800 divided by 8, that is 100. And 7 ratio is what? Multiply by 100, that becomes 700. So 700 is the correct answer for this question. Please see next question. If 33 whole 1 divided by 3% of a number is reduced to itself, 33 1 divided by 3%, change it into fraction form, that is 1 divided by 3, reduced itself. So original number is how much? 3 ratio and reduced 1 ratio. Number becomes 2 ratio and according to question 2 ratio wants to become 220. So 1 ratio is 220 divided by 2, that becomes 110. 1 ratio is 110 and what is the original number? That is 3 ratio. So multiply by 110. Answer must be 330. 330 is the correct answer, yani 330 is the correct answer for this question. Question number 4. If 500 added to a number, then it became 116 whole to divide by 3% to itself. Find out the initial number. 116 whole to divide by 3%. So change it in fraction form. This is 100% plus 16 whole to divide by 3%. This is 1 plus 1 divided by 6. This becomes 7 divided by 6, this is 7 ratio and this is 6 ratio. Denominator part is always 100% and numerator becomes 116 whole 2 divided by 1. This is 116 whole 2 divided by 3% and this is 100%. Clear? Adding 1 ratio. So 1 ratio is 500. 1 ratio is how much? 500. And what is the original value? That is 6 ratio. It means 6 into 500, answer must be 3000. 3000 is the correct answer for this question, right? Now, question number 6. Sorry, question number 5. If 930 added to a number, then it became 444, right? 4 divided by 9% to itself. Find out the initial value. First of all, change 444 or 4 divided by 9% into fraction form. This is 400% plus 4 into 11 whole 1 divided by 9%, right? So this becomes 4 plus 11 1 divided by 9 is always 1 divided by 9 and multiply by 4. So this becomes 4 divided by 9. After solving we get 36 plus 4 divided by 9. So finally is 40 divided by 9. This becomes 40 divided by 9. 40 divided by 9 ratio, right? So 40 ratio divided by 9 ratio. 9 ratio is the 100% and 40 ratio becomes 444, right? 4 divided by 9%. So adding how much? 31 ratio. According to question, 31 ratio is 930. Sir, 1 ratio is 930 divided by 31. This is 30. 1 ratio is how much? 30 and denominator part is 100%. So multiply by 30. Answer must be 270. 270 is the correct answer for this question. 270 is the correct answer for this question. Question number 6. This question is based on price, consumption and expenditure. This question is based on price, consumption and expenditure. So let's see one concept. If expenditure is constant, then price and quantity are inversely proportional to each other. So if price ratio is A ratio B, then quantity ratio is B ratio A. So 20% price increased. So price increased by how much percent? 20%. This is 1 divided by 5. It means ratio of price becomes, if A ratio B means 5 ratio 6, then ratio of quantity becomes how much? 6 ratio 5. How much reduced quantity? This is 1 ratio. So 1 divided by 6 into 100. Answer must be 16 whole 2 divided by 3%. This is the basic question for this question. And one more approach to solve this question, please see. This question, you can solve this without pen and paper. So please see this. Change 20% into fraction form. 20% is how much? 1 divided by 5. This is the increment value. Yeah, this is the increment value. And this is the original. Shortcut is increment divided by total plus increment. If price is decrease, so decrease divided by total plus decrease. So this is 1 divided by 5 plus 1 into 100. This is 1 divided by 6 into 100. Answer must be 16 whole 2 divided by 3%. Correct? Next question, please say. If price of vegetable increase by 16 whole 2 divided by 7%. Again, price increase by how much? 16 whole 2 divided by 3%. This is 1 divided by 6. So price is, if initial price is 6, then present price becomes 7. Quantity becomes 7 to 6. This is 6 ratio, this is 7 ratio, this is 7 ratio, this is 6 ratio. So quantity decrease by how much ratio? 1 ratio. At 7 ratio into 100. Answer must be, after solving we get 14 whole 2 divided by 7%. 14 whole 2 divided by 7% is the correct answer for this question. Next question, if price of sugar decreased by 25%. See, this time price decreased by how much? 25%. So 25% decreased price. This is how much? 1 divided by 4. Ratio of price becomes, if initial price is 4, then present price becomes how much? 3. This is the initial price and this is the present price. Then quantity becomes 3 to 4. Quantity increased by how much? 1. Quantity increased by how much? 1 at 3 into 100. After solving we get 33 1 divided by 3%. Is it clear? 33 1 divided by 3% is the correct answer of this question. Next question, please. If price of vegetable decreased by 33 1 divided by 3%, then consumption must be increased by what percent? So please see again. Price decreased by how much? 33 whole 1 divided by 3%. Change it into fraction form. This is 1 divided by 3. So ratio of price is 3 ratio 2. Then quantity ratio becomes 2 ratio 3. Increase price how much? 1 divided by 2 into 100. Answer must be 50%. 50% is the correct answer of this question. 50% is the correct answer of this question. Question number 10. If price of vegetable increased by 30%, then its consumption must be decreased by what percent, while expenditure increased by 10%. Please see this. We have two approaches to solve this question. If price of vegetable increased by 30%, so price increased by how much percent? 30%. So this is 3 divided by 10. This is the increased price and this is the initial price, right? So ratio of price is, if 10, then present price becomes how much? 13. Quantity must be 13 and blank. If we multiply by price and quantity, then we get expenditure, and initial expenditure is how much? 10 into 30, that becomes 130. And according to question, expenditure is also increased by how much percent? 10%. So 10% of 130, that is 13. After adding, we get 143. So 13 into blank is equal to 143. 13 into blank, so blank value is how much? 11. If 13 ratio is the initial quantity, then present quantity becomes how much? 11 ratio. Reduced quantity is how much? 2 ratio. 2 ratio is reduced quantity at 13 ratio into 100. R to R cancel. This is 200 divided by 13. After solving we get 15 whole 5 divided by 13%. This is your correct answer. This is the basic approach to solve this question. One more approach, please see this. This is the 100 and increase by how much percent? 30%. This becomes 130. Again increase by how much? 10%. So this becomes 110. Take the difference of this, that is 20. divide by initial value which is 130 into 100. After solving you get 15 whole 5 divided by 13%. Next question please. If price of sugar increase by 20%, then its consumption must be decreased by what percent while expenditure increase by 10%. So if the initial price is 100, increase by how much percent? 20%. So this becomes 120, and again increase by 10%, so this becomes 110. Take the difference of this, that is 10, divide by initial value which is 120 and multiply by 100. After solving we get 0 to 0 cancel, 100 divided by 12, that is 8, 1 divided by 3%. 8 whole 1 divided by 3% is the correct answer of this question. Please see again. If price of vegetable decrease by 20%, if initial price is how much? 100, decrease by 20%, this is becomes 80, and again increase by 20%, so this becomes 120. Take the difference which is 40, divide by initial value that is 80 and multiply by 100. Answer must be 50%. 50% is correct answer. Next question, question number 13. If price of vegetable decrease by 10% and expenditure decrease by 20%, then find out percentage change in consumption. This question is important for you, and this question is you can solve this and answer this question in comment section. If you have any problem, I will explain in next video. Same type question, you can solve this also. Next question, this is important question, and this question is really important for CSAT. If price of sugar increase by 20%, then a lady purchased 5 kg less sugar in rupees 100. So 20% is 1 divided by 5. This question is really important for you and oftenly asked in CSAT exam. So ratio of price becomes 5 to 6 because 1 rupees increase. Then quantity becomes 6 to 5. Why? Because expenditure must be constant. So this is 6 ratio, this is 5 ratio. Reduced price is how much? 1 ratio. And according to question, this becomes 5 kilogram. 1 ratio is 5 kilogram, then 6 ratio becomes 30 kilogram. And price per kilogram, that is price per kilogram equal 100 divided by 30. After solving big is 3, 1 divided by 3 rupees per kilogram. Initial price of sugar must be 3 whole 1 divided by 3 rupees per kilogram. Next question, please see. If price of sugar decreased by 25%, then a lady purchased 5 kilogram more sugar in 200 rupees. So price increased by how much? Sorry, decreased by 25%. Ratio of price becomes, this is 1 divided by 4. If initial price is 4, then present price becomes 3 because 1 ratio is reduced price, and quantity becomes 3 to 4. This is the ratio value, this is also ratio value. Increased price is how much? 1 ratio, and 1 ratio according to question 5 kilogram. Find out the final price. So final quantity becomes multiplied by 5, and that is 20 kilogram. Final quantity 20 kilogram, then final price becomes 20. 200 divided by 20, this is 10 rupees per kilogram. Next question is question number 18. If price of sugar increased by 33 whole 1 divided by 3%, then a lady purchased 10 kilogram less sugar in 500. Find out initial price of sugar. So 33 whole 1 divided by 3% increased. Sorry, 33 whole 1 divided by 3% increased price. Price increased by how much? 33 whole 1 divided by 3%. This is 1 divided by 3, correct? Ratio of price is, if 3 ratio is the initial price, then present price becomes how much? 4. And quantity is 4 to 3 because expenditure is constant. So reduced quantity is how much? 1 ratio, and according to 1 ratio is 10 kilogram. 1 ratio is 10 kilogram. So what is the initial price of sugar and final price of sugar? So multiply by 10, this is 40 kilogram. Multiply by 10, this is 30 kilogram. Is it clear now? So initial price becomes 500 divided by 40. 0 to 0 cancel, and 12 1 divided by 2 rupees per kilogram. This is your question. And if you divide by 500, 500 divided by 30, this is the present price of sugar. I think you understood this question. Question number 9. Next question, question number 9. Please see this question. If price of sugar decreased by 15%, change 15% into fraction form. This is 3 divided by 20. Right? Decrease. So 3 divided by 20, ratio of price becomes, if 20 is the initial price, then 17 is the present price. Quantity must be 17 to 20. This is 17 ratio, this is 20 ratio. This becomes increase is how much? 3 ratio, and according to question this is 6 kilogram. 1 ratio is how much? 6 divided by 3, that is 2 kilogram. And find out initial price of sugar. So multiply by 2, this is 34 kilogram, right? So initial price means 460 divided by 34 rupees per kilogram. Can you solve this? And that is your answer. If you want to find final price, so 460 divided by 40, because if you multiply by, then this is 40. So 460 divided by 40, that is the final price. 460 divided by 40, this is the final price of sugar. 0 to 0 cancel, this is 23 rupees per kilogram. Is it clear? Next question, question number 20. If a student has to say a number multiply by 5 by 6, but by mistake he multiply by 6 divide, find out percentage error in the calculation. Means to say multiply by 5 by 6, but by mistake he multiplies 6 divided by 5. So by mistake multiply, so this is 25 and this is 36. Error is how much? 11 divided by 25 into 100. 25 1 ja 25 4 ja, this is 44%. 44% error in this question. Correct? On a certain item, profit is 150. If price increased by 25%, what will be the profit? This question we will discuss in next question. So please watch this series carefully, and every day I will discuss one video. This is really important for you, and this is really help you to make your mark increase 65 plus. Thank you to all. If you enjoy this series, please subscribe my YouTube channel and share to your friends so I can help them. Thank you to all.